One second. Uh, is it? Okay, this one is. Okay, hi, recording on Reaper now. And love it. Hi. Um, as I have been discussing, if you're watching from whatever platform you are, hi. I'm not gonna like discredit the fact that you're right about race, by the way. I feel really fucking degraded by the like side angle here. I feel like so frauded by the white community. And then when I say, "Hi, I appreciate this post is vague posted. Um, can you please like make sure like I'm asking you as a brown past light skin, this is about green-eyed people, right?" And every single time these fucking annoying, usually indigenous people come at the come at the mouth with the most fucking ingrained anti-blackness I have ever fucking heard. And they say something like, "Well, girl, I'm darker than you. Fuck the green-eyed issue." And I say, "Whoa, colorism is real, and I'm actually gonna need you to step down in a second because you have fet privo. Like, you have fetishization privilege." And by everything I am aware of, like everything that I have ever been aware of in like ethnic rating and conversations around racism and colorism, this is the entire stop point. So when I started calling myself, like, race, it's because an albino black person looks like me and said, "Just so you know, I'm black." And I went, "Oh, shit, girl. Yeah, no, I totally do know that A, you're black, and B, I'm probably blacker than that, but not blacker than you." Mm, lol. Sorry, when this happens, usually you have to, like, explain that you grew up being called, albino or being called white. About timing. Better. Does it make you feel a little bit better? The pleasure. So, on shuffle, this is "You're Not Harry Styles" by Dylan. I'm emotional, easily replaceable. I performed the song once. I don't remember all the words anymore. It's been like 3 years. So, as I turn this down and it just plays in my little background noise era, I really just wanna remind everyone that I have 6,000 songs almost saved in my brain. Like, I can probably name most of the songs that come in my shuffle and sing most of them. Running around with your girl, come to the shuffle and all this us together. If you think you can do better. Like, I know that part sometimes. That joy. You would take me if another day I could give anything it's it's in it, it's better. It takes you to do better. When you are asked to improv, this is what happens. If I'm skipping it, it's because I don't know it well enough, and I saved it off a playlist usually. This is Colors, I know what skipping though. Skipping, for my reason, 8 Circle. So I know this is a dance number. You know what I mean? Like, it's quiet. This is a dance number, and I can probably if you kind of know who I am as a person, you'll understand that. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Some of you are like, "Sensor fun, but not other things," and I was like, "No, there are other things that are missing too then." Like, I'm pushing the line, but not the way you think I am. There's, like, other things that are missing that's, like, dream girls in your club, like, not just the dream girl show. Instead, we have Lorde. If a brown girl is playing Lorde, that's okay. Do it in or out of context, I'm not stressed. Ooh, pause for a second. So this is when we get halfway through. I really enjoyed this 20 minutes, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I'm supposed to be here for an hour. No, I'm gonna go home in a minute. I know that, like, doing this for 20 minutes is, like, what gets someone PAID. And I know discussing this is controversial with people who really wanna understand American Sign Language without understanding the consequences of even saying it like that. So, yeah, if you listen to actually deaf people, you understand that they don't get what you're saying because they don't know the word like that. So you are required often to discuss in American Sign Language what you're relearning. The issue is when someone goes relationally deaf in an incident and they start picking up a sign language that you have to understand that they picked something up while they're going deaf, probably. Um, what they know will be what they know. And you'll notice very quickly probably what room they fit in because of what they've learned, because of what they know. Hi, my name is Carly Mizrahi. Welcome to Music in Megabytes, 12 minutes and 22 seconds mark on live. In a second, it will be that on the Reaper file as well. And just so you know, that's how deafness works. Hi, I am a partially deaf individual with an issue based on a concussive. I know specific sign languages and probably a comorbid combination of a couple of them, including a dance-based sign language. Usually, people do this much slower. I get that. That's okay. But when you're talking to someone specifically, either they're gonna say that your hands are distracting or that they're, like, an interrogative part of the conversation when you cannot process the idea of sign language varying in the circle. Not everyone's gonna know the same language. Not everyone's gonna have the same English at all even. Like, you're asking for tongues. You nasty girls. Sorry, I'm like, whichever ones you are causing problems in the community you are. Sorry, I understand sign language right now. Just sorry, I'm nasty. Sorry, when I tell people I'm taller than them, I do it like that. If you saw me sign today in class, hi, yeah, I did actually. I signed at Gigi. When they came up to me and they were like, "Go," and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're correct for this. Just so you know, I'm gonna tell you to sit down because you're short." You're like, "Sorry, girl, you're privileged. You're a short girl. I'm gonna tell you to sit." And I got so weird. I was like, "Sorry, Abby." But it's true. That's what I said. I said, "Ooh, I understand what you're saying right now. Cool, you're fine. Sit down. You're short." Which is fine. Like, in a ballroom, that's not an aggravated move, by the way. Black girls who are taller than me should be doing that to me. I don't like fighting people who are taller than me for this reason. You don't understand, like, relational privilege and height also does relationally, like, claws backwards and racism, I guess. Which is where today we will get to at our 15-minute mark, the conversation about Iron Man that I put up after class that I found because this is how my day works. I create the collateral for the day. I create my schedule, I create my, like, legalese because it also involves me recording the sign languages. Oh, so I think it's 3. I think it's 3 and then some. So I think it's probably 6.5. Hi. This would be how it, like, just start recording yourself, okay? Just start recording yourself. Like, look at yourself, look at it later, figure out what you're saying. This is how I would teach an Americanized sign language class. Because I'm speaking in English as far as I'm concerned. I'm speaking in double tone English. Double tone English. 'Cause I'm speaking mixed English, probably in 3 ways. This is how I'm guessing, because I'm not saying this. Double tone English here is, like, mixed black white, but I know 3 ways sign language. I think I know what I'm saying. Sign language is fun. It's a party, woo. This is applause. This is welcome, though. This is welcome, this is applause. Applause. She's like, "Oh, you're hot, here's your money." Correct. She's like, "You're cute. You're cute, bitch." I have rings on this finger. Okay, I got rings on this one. Thank you. That's another conversation. I'm being nasty. I do have a ring on this finger. I'm married to my indigeneity is the point. Circular. Anyway, sorry, the Sokovia Accords would be illegal, and we all know that, right? Right. Okay, so if you are listening to this podcast, I understand how to record the video as well at the same time, but I'm not cutting the video because I think it's funnier. If you understand, I know that I'm recording a 20-minute podcast that I was gonna decide whether it was an hour or an hour and a half or an hour and a half or 20 minutes flat. I decided 20 minutes flat, 22 minutes, whatever like season episode we got. Today, I found Legal Eagles are the Sokovia Accords legal video, and I agree that they are not, because they would out transgender people, actually. True and true. If you have been listening along since the beginning, the Sokovia Accords, are rooted in the idea of finding enhanced persons, Black athletes, and making sure we stay in line. With the racism with the Japanese internment camp, that's more of like an addendum project, because if you understand that they as in the US military acquired Disney after Pearl Harbor and have been producing and paying for Disney's content since. How many of you talk about it like that? I usually do, sorry. It's really embarrassing to say it like this. I'm like, I'm waiting. Who understands that like Disney literally films their military ops, by the way? Disney literally films their military ops because everyone films their military ops. Spaces that can film their military ops, film their military ops. I'm currently in Vancouver Public Library, and there's a protest for Iran going on outside. The issue is there's a "Make Iran Great Again" poster. Choose your sides carefully, team. There are 269 of them, and the US, the United States of America, are trying to put white cap America on the screen while we boycott from the inside, bitches! Some of us are boycotting from the inside, thank you. Some of us are boycotting from the inside. It's okay if this looks goaty as a teenager, by the way. Boycott from the inside just as much as you boycott from the outside. When there are problems, boycott. How do you use the time you have to spend in the location that is the problem, i.e., colonial Canada, to boycott both your own and other countries' military operations? How do you differentiate? Some of you said Christian. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say I don't know which ops are correct right now because I'm obviously the 3-season par addition to the collection here, but I stand on that. at 20 minutes and 48 seconds. That probably either scared you or you said, "And that's what I expect from someone who listens to Bob the Drag Queen speak," which is true. Go listen to a Black artist podcast after this that is blacker than me. I don't dare you. It's a part of your homework. If you didn't listen to the Legal Eagle episode about are the Sokovia Accords legal, the answer is they are not. And the answer is you should probably still watch it because it'll help you fight trans antis. When you're really vulnerable as a visible trans person because you're mid-transition in a way that other people want to out as MALE, that's also a problem. Thank you. Okay. If you have time, please feel free to check out either Skeleton Samantha's or Carly Hart's iPod on Linktree. Those are all just one word. Carly like claws, Heart like Roxy, Breaker like a switch. On Instagram, Carly Hart's IPOD, HARTS IPOD. Skeleton Samantha's SKLETEONSAMANTHAS in Latin characters. And I'm working on other things right now. Because I'm trying to figure out all these other platforms because I don't think certain markets are gonna let me sex work platform. So I'm just gonna create a cover name. And that's kind of how it works when you are a worker in community because in 79 countries, something is still illegal and it's like the being a girl part. It applies to all of us, it's being a girl part. Take care, everybody. Take us out, music.